Santa time is over, with spring in the air, so let's reflect on all the winter 2025 seasonal anime that everyone's already forgotten about. Welcome, I'm Tamanot, and we'll be taking a stroll through season past. Warning, there will be minor spoilers, but it should be okay, trust. Like my prior video about fall 2024, I'm going to avoid continuing anime and focus on some of the amazing shows that didn't seem to get enough love while airing. Truthfully, winter 2025 was a difficult season. So many continuing big-name shows like edgy K-pop, China harem mysteries, harem, God grooms a 14-year-old, ReZero. Most of what I watched was continuing shows, but some spectacular shiny new ones really left a mark. Now, before that, the shows I started and dropped mid-season. Sakamoto Days was hyped by everyone, but ended up kind of feeling like a worse animated spy family, and by episode 6, I wasn't feeling it. Emiko MD Doctor Detective was pushed due to the house memes, but the mysteries kind of felt like crap pulls and was boring even with the cute autismo doctor. A-Rank Party Yada Yada had some cool monster designs that really couldn't carry the Isekai slappa. Ubo Blatt I had looked forward to, but the poor animation and censoring made me realize I could just reread the manga instead. 4 episodes into I Want to Escape from Princess Lessons, and none of the characters held any otome charm, and the prince was honestly just too creepy. If the season wasn't as packed, maybe I would have continued a few of these or even tried and powered through the eye cancer Momentary Lily, and I understand if at this moment you're going, wow, how could you drop that? Well, that's easy when you have amazing shows this season like Zenshuu. The name means do it all over, and in animation terms, it means to just redo a take. This was a season original that held me by the grip each week. A talented but egotistical anime director dies, and is a isekai to her childhood favorite movie. The film she is stuck in is Tales of Perishing, a despair-prone children's film where everyone dies. Think if George Lucas died and was a isekai to Neverending Story, but the nothingness wins. Spoiler alert. Directed by Yamazaki Mitsui, who was assistant director on Penguin Drum, it really shines, and he directed Sleepy Princess, which I also greatly enjoyed. The chief animation director and character designer, Ishikawa Kyoko's designs for Zenshuu can be seen in some of his prior works like Dance Dance Dancier's Faces or fun stuff like in Sarazami. Knowing 2 people who worked on Ikuhara anime prior were leading Zenshuu told me kind of everything I needed to know going in, and the expectations were met above and beyond. Every episode's animations are absolutely gorgeous eye candy. The designs are beautiful, the character acting and story lead you deeper into the world on an emotional level. If you're a Sakuga otaku, it constantly references some of the industry greats in very fun ways, paying homages to solve problems and some of the silliest outcomes possible. And more than that, it's just well made in general, with a perfect ending, and it's a reminder that Mappa isn't always crappa. On the original isekai train, you know that I found an otome game isekai anime to watch. From Bureaucrat to Villainess, Dad's been reincarnated. Caught me off guard though. Based on the manga by the same name, written by Michiiro Uyama, who also wrote a childhood favorite of mine, Zoid's Chaotic Century. It's directed by Tetsuya Takeuchi, who animated on everything from the end of Evangelion to Shin-chan. This comedy has a very different feel than the average shoujo otome seasonal manga ad, or I guess light novel ad most of the time. At its base, it's a family story about an old-gen husband and wife otaku pair and their Fujoshi daughter. The family dynamic and the way they act together are the cutest highlights of the entire show, and the absurdity of the dad becoming the main noble lady Villainess when he is 100% dad mode all the time is flat-out hilarious. Just a feel-good comedy, surprisingly good animation, and unskippable ED. It basically is it's a let's play where a nerdy dad tries to navigate a Fujoshi otome tier game, and the results will have you laughing consistently. The Red Ranger becomes an adventurer in another world is based on a manga by the same name, and the premise is as silly as a long title. Take the Red Ranger from Power Rangers and throw him into a fantasy world. It's full of explosions and other Sentai homages, and whether you're deep in Sentai fandom or just vaguely recall Power Rangers, you'll find something to enjoy. Personally, what set it apart was the immediate best girl x best boy relationship, and how unlike 99.14159% of anime, they, that's right, a full fade to black and even other characters acknowledging the pair. And that's only halfway through the show. While not the prettiest animation, the direction isn't anything special, It's the main characters that make it worth watching. And kind of like Go-Go Loser Ranger, it's going to make me read the manga after, even as a very casual Sentai fan. Not quite an isekai, but what poop posters would refer to as a native isekai is, I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. Much like Red Ranger, there is a strong best boy x best girl energy from the start, and once again I found myself watching an action-adventure comedy for the romantic subplot. Elena just wants to do her 9 to 5, go home, and relax. Unfortunately, adventurers, much like the Karens of our world, consistently make this difficult by not completing their assignments in a timely manner. This leads to dreaded overtime busy work with stacks and stacks of bureaucracy. As a fellow wage slave, I understand her frustration all too well. What starts as a light-hearted comedy about female One-Punch Man in Isekai world number 1 trillion million turns into the deepest lore, gore-filled action romance that was surprising for a seasonal light novel adaptation. Both the OP and ED are great, really showcasing the two distinct flavors the anime has going on. Very mixed-matched in a way. But that's also what makes it worth watching. Sometimes a mystery show comes out of nowhere and just grabs you each week. For many, that was Dr. House. For me, it was Tasokare Hotel. You wake up, confused, in a sunset desert, with a single large Victorian-looking hotel in the distance. When you enter the hotel, you are greeted by well-dressed staff, but something is off. You can't recall your name, or where you had just been. One of the staff members' head is a ball of fire, another has horns. You turn into the mirror to see your own face no longer exists, and a strange relic of a past you no longer recall stares back. This is a setup for Tasokare Hotel, a hotel petering on the edge of finality where guests go to solve the mystery of their own life or death. The premise reminds me much of Death Parade, with each episode introducing us to a new person and helping to solve the mystery of their life, or afterlife. All the while you have this overarching puzzle of the three main characters who, while working at the hotel, are also unraveling their own stories that seemingly might be interconnected. Personally, I enjoyed all the twists and turns the anime took, and was surprised to see it was based on a mobile game. Usually with mobile game anime adaptations, it's like 13 characters who look vaguely the same getting one line of screen time each, and this was as far away from that as you could get. It was really solid all the way through, and it's unlike a mobile game adaptation or something else like that. It has a clear-cut beginning, middle, and end. 100% done once you finish watching it. Highly recommend. Last, but not least in any way, because she brings home the gold, is Medalist. Look, I know what the visuals are making you think. It's another lolicon, cute girls doing cute things. It's another sports anime. It's just a kid show on ice. But you're not right. While Medalist has a lot of the cute girls doing cute things, and a lot of the sports anime tropes, and I'd even say it's rated G so your little siblings could watch with you, it's a surprisingly serious drama about finding your passion too late in life, and the struggle that comes with chasing it anyway. The CGI animation is better than usual, and considering how often they do beautiful 2D animated segments, I'm kind of more confused why they even bothered with the CGI at all. It has really fun facial expressions, the direction can lead your emotions in a thoughtful journey, from depression to hype at the edge of your seat like you wouldn't have thought you would find yourself doing while watching kids ice skating. It will make you wish you had a mentor even half as nice as the best boy. Based on a manga by the same name, I 100% have begun to read it after the anime finished because I'm not going to be able to wait for the next season. It's just that good. What's crazy is it seems the mangaka created the series with the lead voice actress, Haruse Natsumi, in mind as their end goal. Like, the mangaka straight quit their wage slave job to pursue art full time to work towards the goal of having this voice actress voice a character for her one day. Like, she created the character to have this voice actress be the role. It's really fun knowing that such a dedicated person got the exact result they had been working on for over a decade, and it definitely fits the theme of Medalist perfectly. But when you draw from life, it's going to show through. As always, thank you for watching. I'm Tamanon, and I hope at least one of these shows stood out to you and you get to enjoy them post-seasonally. So many new and good anime hit every season, and it's impossible for most to watch even a third of them. So many great shows quickly get forgotten or just not watched, and it's my hope that you give a couple of these a chance. If you think I'm off the mark or missed something cool, let me know in the comments. Just don't focus on all the whatever, of everything. I'm really bad at it, especially the names, which those of you who know Japanese were incredibly cringing at all the mispronunciations. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to fix it though. Like, subscribe, share, whatever you want. I'm just happy that you watch, and I'll be even more happier if you check a couple of these shows out.
When there's kids on the ice, quick! Somebody call their mom!